What's up, everybody? We're just chilling. Figured I'd go live today and say what's up. We start moving to the new shelter tomorrow. How are you, though? How's everybody else doing today? I'm just chilling. Just got done with classes. Thank you for the like on the live. I appreciate that very much. What's up, Dad? Oh, sweet. Good. I'm glad. I was actually wondering when he was gonna end up getting it. I messaged Grace like 4 or 5 times myself just to see what the hell was going on, and she never messaged me back. She completely ignored me. I tried to message her like 3 days ago, and she wouldn't even answer me, so I was kind of just like, fuck you then. Thank you guys for taking that stuff to him, by the way. Did he come over and stay the night with you guys, or did you guys take it over there? Good. Because her little temper tantrum shit is retarded. I get tired of that shit. Oh, sweet. He's with you guys? Love you, Noble. Love you, Dad. Hopefully you heard me. Are you guys playing video games or something, chilling out? I think I sent the live to Mom, too, but I don't know. Oh, you guys are just chilling, watching some TV? I just figured I'd go live because I wasn't doing nothing else. And for the next couple of days, I'm going to be moving to the new shelter. I'm going to be helping people. Pretty much the programmers are going to be helping move everybody over to the new shelter. So I'm going to be moving people probably all week. I don't know when I get to move over there. I think I get to move over there either tomorrow or the next day. But as soon as we get over there, I'll do a video and I'll show you guys what the new place looks like. It's actually way better. It doesn't look all run down like this place does. The new place is actually it's like a $3 million fucking building or some shit like that. It's how much they put into it. It's like $3 million. They spent a lot of money on the new building. Something gross in my vape. Yeah, I'm just chilling today. I figured I'd come on, see what everybody's doing. I'll be working. Yeah, we gotta fucking move everybody. Starting tomorrow, we start moving everybody over, which is cool. You are Sofa King. Retarded. That is a weird name, bro. You are so fucking retarded. That's inappropriate, sir. I mean, if you don't want to be here, bro, you can go away. You don't have to stay and watch the video. If you got a problem with the way I do my videos, leave. Crisis, you can go away. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, today we're just chilling. Ain't got nothing special going on. Getting ready to start doing the big ass move to the new place. And hopefully I'll only be there for a little while, and then hopefully I'll get an apartment. We'll see what happens. I'm not too stressed about it. Morning, bro. I appreciate you. The Dave Appel, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's one thing that I will tell everybody. Like every time I get new people, I want people to understand like this channel is a lot of it's about recovery. It's about talk about my life through drug addiction. It's about talking through my life about when I lost my leg, being born with a disability, dealing with suicides throughout my life. There's a lot of different things that we do talk about on this channel that most people don't understand, but I probably won't be on live very long today because I have some stuff I got to do, but I wanted to come live anyways just because I told everybody I'd be live today, so I wanted to make sure that I stuck through and got on. I'm actually waiting for somebody to show up here, so figured we'd go live and hang out and wait for them to show up. My buddy Bo is coming to hang out at some point in time today. Coming to say what's up. Look at these fucking fools. I'm watching these fools over here. They're programmers that I go to groups with. Pretty soon they'll be walking past right over here. You'll see them walk past. Yeah, I gotta go here pretty soon to get all my stuff packed and ready to move. That way, when it comes time for me to get ready to move my stuff over, I can just grab it and go. We'll be moving pretty much all week, but I'll still be going live all week. Just so everybody knows, I will be doing lives all week. Even when we're moving, I'll probably be live while we're moving, and I'll just take you guys along the journey with us. That way you guys can see what we're doing and what I'm up to and come hang out with us. Soon as we get situated in a new place, I'll be doing a live from the new place. So you guys will get to... I messed that up. What I was trying to say is when we get situated in the new place and get to where we're all settled down and chilled out there, I'll do go to the cemetery and do a cemetery video. Sorry, what? This thing's always asking me to do a Q&A. I don't want to do a Q&A. Sorry, I'm listening to people over here doing something. Sorry, I was listening to the conversation over here that was stupid as hell. Stu was having a dumbass conversation right next to me. But yeah, we'll probably only be live for about a half an hour today. Just because I have other stuff I have to get done. But I might go live again later on. I just gotta get permission to use the recovery trailer for my video, and then I'll go live again. We still got about 20 minutes of just chilling, and then we're gonna jump off here. But thank you guys for the likes on live. I do appreciate that very much. It does help the channel reach out to more people, which is kind of the idea of this channel, is to be able to help people that are drug addicts, people that are in recovery, um, people that deal with depression, people that deal with suicide, people that deal with anything that you are going through in your life and you're struggling with. That's what this channel is about. It's about you being able to reach out and have a conversation with me and work through whatever it is that you're going through. Whether it be suicide, whether you've been in an accident, you've lost people in your life, you've been through drug addiction, you've been through depression, you've had suicidal thoughts, any of those things that you struggle with, like, that's what this channel is about. It's about having a community of people that you can reach out to and actually have a good conversation with and talk about whatever it is you're going through, and have somebody actually sit there and listen to you and have a good conversation with you, instead of like most YouTubers, they just talk about random shit. Um, this is more of a recovery based program, a recovery based channel where we do talk about, like I said, I talk about my story through being born with a disability, my problems with drug addiction, me losing my leg because of my drug addiction and not taking care of myself, me going through suicide, not myself, watching other people commit suicide, um, that I grew up with, friends that I grew up with, either dying from suicide or drug addiction. Because where I'm from, it's a small little town called Baker City, Oregon, and there's a lot of drug addiction there. So it kind of sucks to see that, but it's also coming up from all that has taught me a lot of different ways to cope with my drug addiction. Like, because I'm 2 years sober, almost 2.5 years sober. I think when I hit October, or no, when I hit August, I think it'll be 2.5 years. I'm not August. I think it's July is when I went to rehab. Sorry. But yeah, I've been sober for 2 years. I currently live in a homeless shelter just because of bad circumstances of things that happened along the way. But to me, that's not a bad thing. Coming to this shelter and experiencing what I have throughout this living in the shelter thing has actually been a good thing for me, because it kind of puts you in perspective of what you go through doesn't make you like a bad person, doesn't make you anything bad. The things you go through are lessons in life that you're supposed to be taught. Everything in life happens for a reason. Like even my drug addiction, I believe it happened for a reason. Me losing my leg, I believe that happened for a reason. That was me losing my leg. Me losing my leg was life teaching me a lesson. And it was one of those things that I needed at that time to save my life. Even though I fell back into drug addiction um, before I got sober again, because I've been sober a couple times in my life. It's never been easy, but I've managed to make it work. And this is the second longest I've ever been sober. I was sober for four years when I worked at the Oregon Trail in Baker City, Oregon. So this is the second longest I've been sober, and I never plan on doing drugs again. It's just not in my cards anymore to be a drug addict. I don't want to be a drug addict anymore. I don't want to do drugs anymore. I don't want to be around drugs anymore. I just want to focus on doing the next right thing. And that's what my life has become, is just worrying about doing the next right thing and not fucking up and not going back to that shitty life of being a drug addict. Because I could tell you from the start. I mean, I could tell you I was born with. I'll just tell you from the start. So my name is Scottie Cully. I was born with a disability called spina bifida. Spina bifida, when you're born with it, it has an effect on your back, your spine, your legs, and I also had to have a tube called a shunt put in the back of my head, um, basically to keep fluid off my brain. But I was born with the disability, and so I grew up being messed with, being made fun of, being picked on, called names because I walk different than everybody else. Um, and that kind of continued until I hit middle school. Then I hit middle school and I met some friends that they weren't the kind of people that dealt with people fucking with their friends. They were the kind of people that if somebody was fucking with their friends, they would step up and it would be we were gonna fight over it. Um, so when I hit middle school, I learned to fight for myself. But at the same time, I also became a pill addict when I hit middle school because I thought that trying to run away from the pain, the physical pain and the mental pain was a good idea. So I was a pill addict from the time I was 13 to the time I was 21. And then when I turned 21, I tried meth for the first time, um, which which actually started the worst time of my life. Um, I became a criminal. I became a drug addict. Became a drug dealer. Um, there's a lot of stupid things that I did throughout my life of being a drug addict, and that's one thing that everybody uses drugs to try to escape reality. But in all reality, what you're doing is you're making your reality 10 times worse than it already was. I know that from experience because I thought my reality of being born with a disability and losing a leg was such a bad thing that I thought that drugs was an escape from all those things. But in all reality, all I did was do more mental damage to myself than I did anything. Like, I fucked myself up mentally in a bad way. I still have mental problems to this day because of my drug addiction. I also have physical pain because of my drug addiction. Not, I mean, I automatically already have physical pain because of my disability and stuff, but my drug addiction made it 10 times worse. Um, I still don't take pain pills or anything like that for my pain because I don't want to go back to being a pill addict. Um, Pills have no place in my life anymore. Neither does meth. Um, I'm just not cut out to be a drug addict. I never was. I was a bad drug addict. Um, Hold on. I was a very destructive drug addict. I fucked a lot of stuff up in my life from drug addiction. Not only from drug addiction, but from just bad choices. Trying to be cool like my brother and his friends and everybody else that was doing drugs. I wanted to be cool like them. And that's one thing that people don't understand. Like, it sounds stupid as hell to say out loud, but when I joined the drug game, it was a lot different. Yeah, I feel that. I'm the same way. I can't do that. It's just when you do the tic tac thing, it's like a hand to mouth thing. It's an automatic trigger to doing your pain pills. Um, but for me though, I will tell you that from personal experience, my life could have been a lot better than it was if I wouldn't have been such a drug addict. And no, I get you 100%. The Dave Appel, I 100% get what you're saying. Like that hand to mouth thing, it is on an automatic trigger for your addiction because that's what you did when you took pills. Is you were constantly doing this. I know because I did it. I was doing pills. I was snorting pills. I was taking pills. I was doing everything I could with them. Only thing I never did was I never shot up, which is a good thing. But I mean, I snorted pills. I snorted meth. Fucking smoked meth. I smoked. Sorry. I did hot rails of meth. I was the kind of person with it when in my drug addiction, I did the most. Like I was out of control all the time, always doing crazy shit, always doing stupid shit, stealing from people, burglarizing people's house, fighting with people that were supposed to be my friends, but we would get into these stupid ass fights over dumb shit and attack each other. Me and my brother, like we had a good relationship for a long time. Drug addictions kind of fucked that up. But I mean, at the same time, me and my brother, if we wouldn't have went through drug addiction together, we both probably would have died. Um, and that sounds stupid to say out loud, but honestly, if I wouldn't have had my brother in drug addiction with me, I wouldn't have made it out. I probably would have died. Um, Getting sober was, there was a lot of factors in me getting sober. My family, my mom and dad, had played a big part in me getting sober. My nephews and nieces played a big part in me getting sober because wanted to be able to be in their life and not be a disappointment as an uncle. I got tired of being a drug addict brother. I got tired of being a drug addict son, a drug addict cousin. You know what I mean? Like, you get this stigma. What is it called? Stigma, I think is what it's called. You get the stigma of being the piece of shit drug addict in the family, and it makes you feel some type of way. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of drug addicts in my family. Not so much anymore because everybody fucking died. But I still have drug addicts in my family to this day that are out of control. Um, if I could save them, I would. But in all reality, one thing you got to learn as a family member of a drug addict, it's not your job to save that person. That person has to make the choice to save themselves. You cannot choose to save somebody or make somebody get sober. Like my parents, they couldn't have ever made me get sober. Um, it came down to a choice of either I was going to get sober for the right reasons or I was going to die for the wrong reasons. Um, and I was tired of making my family feel like they had to worry about me dying every day. My mom would tell me all the time, and I still feel this. I still feel some type of way about this. My mom used to tell me all the time that she was afraid to answer the phone because she was always scared to get a call saying that one of her sons were dead. Um, which is a shitty. It makes you feel shitty as a son to know that you made your family feel that way, but at the same time, um, knowing that I made my family feel that way played a big part in me getting sober. If my mom would have never come at me and been like, I have to every time I answer the phone, I'm scared that it's going to be a call finding out that you or your brother are dead. If I would have never had to deal with my mom dealing with that, I probably it wouldn't have been as easy to get sober if I wouldn't have went through the hardships and the disappointments and the being a disappointment and going through everything that I went through my drug addiction, through whatever, through my disability, through losing my leg, all the shit that I went through has made me the person I am today. And I am who I am, like me or not. I don't really care if anybody likes me or not because I am who I am. I have hundreds of people on here that tell me that I'm a genuinely good person and that I'm a genuine, real person, which is what I strive to be. There's never going to be a time that I lie about my drug addiction. There's never going to be a time that I lie about anything that I'm going through. If I'm struggling with something, you guys are going to know about it. Not because it's your problem, but because honesty is a big part of recovery. If you're not honest throughout your recovery with yourself and with other people, chances are you're not going to stay sober. If you're constantly hiding the fact of what you went through as a drug addict, if you're not 100% real about those things, chances are you're going to fall back in drug addiction. You're going to lose everything that you worked for. And I know that because I did it. I got sober at one point in time, and I was constantly lying about the things that I did in my life. and it backfired on me, and I ended up relapsing again. Um, Not saying that there's any excuse behind it or anything, because it was my choice to get high again. Um, that's one thing that I also I don't agree with a lot of people, is a lot of people make excuses for why they got high. I don't have any excuses for why I got high. When I got high, it was because I wanted to get high. It had nothing to do with anybody else. Had nothing to do with my brother. Had nothing to do with my brother's friends. Had nothing to do with anybody else other than myself. The only one that was responsible for my drug addiction was me. Just like everybody else is responsible for their own drug addiction. You have a choice whether you want to get sober or whether you want to get high or whether you don't want to get high. Me personally, I've hit a point in my life where I just don't want to be high anymore. I don't want to be a piece of shit. I don't want to be a disappointment to my family. I don't want to be this person that can't look myself in the mirror because I did drug addict piece of shit things. That's just not who I am anymore. Um, I strive my best to be a better person every single day now, because I got tired of being that disappointment. I got tired of not knowing whether I was going to live another day because of my drug addiction, or having my family scared to even talk to me because they were disappointed in what I was doing, or they thought I was going to die because of the dumb shit I was doing. Um, and that's the burden that I carry every day still to this day, is I put my family through so much bullshit because I wanted to be a drug addict, and it's all shit that it was my fault. I was responsible for it. I was the problem. Nobody else was the problem. My brother wasn't the problem. My brother's friends weren't the problem. I was the problem. I was the one that chose to be a drug addict. Even when I was a pill addict, nobody caused that except for me. My brother, when my brother first gave me pain pills, my brother was doing it to try to help me, and I got out of control with it. I was the one that fucked my life up. My brother never wanted that for me. My meth addiction, my brother never wanted that for me. My brother hated that I was a meth addict. My brother hated that I was a pill addict. But my brother knew at the end of the day that he could not save me. He could not do anything for me. I had to do it myself. I had to fix it myself. Just like with my mom and my dad. They had to sit back and realize like they could not do anything for me. I had to do it myself. Um, and that's a lot of why, like, I've changed. I've done a complete 180 compared to what I was before. And my mom and dad will tell you that. I used to be a fucking asshole drug addict that would blame everybody else for my problems. Um, just like every other drug addict is. I don't care who you are. If you're a drug addict, you've blamed somebody else for your addiction. It's just a fact. Every drug addict at some point in time blames somebody else for their addiction. Mostly because as a drug addict, you don't want to take responsibility for what you did. And I understand that as a person that's been a drug addict, been a criminal, been a fucking disappointment to my family. I went through those things. I know what that feels like. And I know that I don't ever want to have to go through that again. I don't ever want to have to be a disappointment to my family ever again. I don't ever want to have my mom and dad sit there and think, oh, is my son getting high? I want my family to know that I'm doing the right thing and doing good things. And, you guys on this YouTube, if it wasn't for you guys supporting me through this YouTube shit, I wouldn't have a voice to be able to tell my story. I wouldn't have this platform where I could come on and talk to you guys about things that I've been through. Not only that, I wouldn't be able to connect with the thousands of people that I've gotten to connect with. I almost have 2,000 subscribers. And I've connected with way more than 2,000 subscribers though, and that's the crazy thing. It's just only a little under 2,000 people have subscribed, which is fine. I don't expect anybody to subscribe to this channel. I hope you do, whether it be for mental health, whether it be for you just enjoy the honesty that I give out. Whatever reason that you choose to subscribe to this channel, I am more than grateful for. You guys are amazing people. And if it wasn't for you guys, this channel wouldn't even be possible. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. So I mean, in all reality, I owe everything that I'm doing on YouTube. I owe it to you guys. Because if it wasn't for you guys watching me, like I said, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Um, and I hope you guys realize, like, you guys mean the world to me. You guys are amazing people. You guys have done nothing but support me since I started YouTube. And the crazy thing is, as of next month, it'll be a year since I've been on YouTube. And Leanne, my very first subscriber a year ago, is still with me to this day. And that shit is crazy to me. I still have subscribers that have been here since day one and a year ago and are still hanging out with me, still enjoying the content that I put out, still hanging out with me and having conversations with me. So I owe a lot of this. I owe 90% of this to you guys. And I hope you guys understand how much you guys mean to me and how much your guys' support means to me. Because if, like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, this YouTube shit, it wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Not only that, I wouldn't be able to find more people that I relate to through my drug addiction and through suicide attempts and through having people commit suicide and losing people to drug addiction and losing family members and all this other shit. Like, I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys about that if I didn't have the support that you guys give me. And I love every single one of you guys. You guys are amazing people. But I am not going to stay on here much longer because we're not getting much traction today because I think everybody's at church and whatnot. But I was going to stay on for a little while longer, but there's really not anybody in here. So I'm probably going to kick rocks, go do something. I still have some stuff I got to do to get ready for this move. I still have a locker I need to clean out. So probably going to go do that real fast, get that under control. And then, like I said, I will be going live every day from now on. I'll be back every day of the week. So you guys will see me every day. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I love you guys. You guys mean the world to me. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. All right, peace out, yo.